His name is Sani, just 14 years old. A quiet, polite boy who loved helping his parents and playing football with friends after school. That evening, nothing felt unusual. The air was warm. The power was out again, so he and his cousins laid out their mats outside to escape the heat. It was just another night. The sky was quiet. The stars, peaceful. By 11 p.m., the entire household had drifted off to sleep. Then, just after 2 a.m., something woke him up. He felt wet, sticky, cold. At first, he thought maybe it was dew or water from the roof. But as he moved, pain rushed through him. His body trembled. He reached down and realized something was terribly wrong. He tried to cry out, but his voice was weak. His hands were shaking. He couldn't understand what had happened. His brother woke up and shone a flashlight on him, and that's when the screaming started.
What are you doing?
What they saw under the light was unimaginable. Sani had been seriously injured in his private area while he slept. The family was in shock. The screams woke the entire compound. His family quickly wrapped a cloth to control the bleeding before rushing him to the hospital. There was no time to think, no time to cry. They carried him, still bleeding, into the night, desperate to find help, and raced to the nearest hospital, praying he would survive. They arrived at the hospital in chaos. The boy could barely walk. His blood pressure was dropping. Nurses moved fast, no time for questions. Doctors rushed him into emergency care. The damage was extensive. Only 1/3 of the organ remained, the medical report would later say. Miraculously, part of him had been left untouched. He was conscious. A catheter was inserted so he could urinate. But the boy couldn't stop shaking. There were no knife wounds, no blade marks. It was done so cleanly, the doctors suspected something else, like a medical tool, or worse, a ritual. As his body fought to survive, his mind was still trying to understand, why would anyone do this to me? When the bleeding stopped, the questions began. How could this happen? In a family compound? With others sleeping beside him? There were no screams during the attack. No struggle. No intruder seen. Nothing was stolen. Just pain and silence. His father feared something deeper. He suspected Sani had been drugged, put into a deep sleep. No blood trail. No signs of force. Whoever did this knew exactly what they were doing. And yet, no one was arrested. No witnesses. No suspect. No justice. Some in the community whispered of rituals, sacrifices, dark forces. Others feared the boy had been marked, targeted by someone close. In the days that followed, silence spread across the community. Not silence from peace, but the kind born from fear. No one spoke openly. No one dared accuse. Everyone was watching. Everyone was afraid. Local religious and traditional leaders held closed-door meetings. Some blamed spiritual forces. Others feared this was only the beginning, because Sani's case wasn't the first. There had been whispers, other children, other families, who suffered in silence, too ashamed to speak. And Sani? He stopped talking. He refused to eat, refused to meet anyone's eyes. He barely moved. His childhood ended that night, But the fear it unleashed was only beginning. Weeks passed, months, then years. No arrest, no trial, no confession. The case file gathered dust. People stopped asking questions. Life moved on. But not for Sani. He survived, but his silence grew deeper. He rarely speaks. He never laughs. And he walks with a slow, strange pain that no one can quite describe. His parents still whisper prayers into the night, begging for peace. The scar he carries is not just on his body, but on the soul of a broken system. Because the question remains, who did this to him? And why has no one been held responsible? Some stories don't end with justice. They end with silence. But silence doesn't mean we stop asking. If you believe Sani's story deserves to be heard, share this video. Subscribe for more true stories.
Up next,